those that are participating in a contact sport, it's really important that you look after your neck strength. But it's an area that I'm sure that you don't do, because every time I walk into a commercial gym, I never see people, even if they're preparing for sport, doing neck strength exercises. And it's really important that you get the safety aspect of training your neck right as well. Anytime that you're doing some type of strength or isometric work with your neck, do not add any rotation. And rotation is that. So make sure that they're completely separate. In fact, it's pretty rare that you need to work on any form of rotation. The lateral flexion or isometric holds generally are enough. And you can add to that some more complicated shrug work as well from below, and even shrug work from above to work on more of your traps. But today we're talking about, when we're referring to the neck, we're more talking to the area of the neck that joins on to your shoulders across here. Now, because you're more than likely going to be training in the gym by yourself, there's a couple of little things that I want you to look out for. When you get a band, make sure you've got a band with a decent amount of tension, but not a ridiculous amount of tension. Okay, so we'll do two different variants standing up, and then we'll go down to more when you're almost on the floor, doing some more sport-specific positions, such as rucks and scrums for rugby. So, first thing you're going to do, put this around here, make sure that your spine's aligned, your abs are tense, and you just walk out slightly, add some tension, and hold that for a certain amount of time. Now, the time that you can use could be from 10 seconds all the way up to 30 seconds, just build up to it. Okay, and you do it for 4 different ways. So we've gone lateral one way, forward again, keeping that tension in your stomach, great facial expressions, everyone can laugh at you, but don't worry, you can laugh at them when they haven't got very strong necks. And we've got lateral this way, and the extension out this way. So, bit of referring to it. So we've got lateral flexion, which is that way. We've got flexion, which is coming forward. Extension, which is coming back. And making sure that you train all 4 of those. So a step up from that is to actually add a little bit more pressure. So what we're going to do now is, and this is the best angle, make sure that's nice. Step out a few steps and then hold. So in the transfer, make sure that everything's nice and strong. So we're trying to get that linkage through your legs, through your abs, up through your neck, keeping that strong. So we're not just going to train it in isolation from everything else. When I've got this flexion here, I can feel it going down through my body, especially through this glute, down to this leg. So you train all 4 ways. So you've got the flexion, lateral flexion on each side, and extension. And walk out between 5 to 10 steps. That's up to you, depending on what your strength levels are like. Build up to it over time. So I'm just going to move the camera down quickly, and we'll add some scrum hold lateral. Getting down to either a scrum or a ruck position, just adjusting the band. Okay, you keep your knees off the ground, walking out to that tension, walking back. Keeping tension on there the whole time. So it's just a relief in tension, not a complete relax. Coming out, coming back in. And again, you can do between 5 to 10 reps depending on the strength of your neck. If you haven't done this before, you'll feel a little bit of soreness across your neck for a few days afterwards. You want to watch your load and intensity, not build up too quickly. We've all woken up with very stiff necks before, and how painful that can be. If you're training all 4 sides, at least it's evenly distributed and you won't have pain on one side of the neck. Really important that you do that correctly. Now the next one is a flexion, coming down. This is the correct way. Coming down, feet off the ground, knees off the ground, and holding. Okay, coming back up to relieve that tension. And again, between 5 to 10 reps, just build up slowly over time. So if you're after training programs that look after everything that you need in a contact sport this pre-season, please use the link below.